Gangsters on the beat.
All right, man. We are back. We are back in the building. We got a special guest for Friday nights. Is the series that we're working on now. We got Javier Dixon in the building for the Paxon Eagles, man. What's going on?
What's going on, Coach?
What's going on? What's going on, man? So we're just kind of getting in here. We're getting this is a new series that we're starting. Kind of getting everything going and being able to connect with players in the local, vicinity, the city, high school, prep athletes, and just kind of really get a feel for everything that's going on and kind of your experience, right? So let's first just talk about how you feel like your season's going so far.
Feel like it's going all right. We're in like week 6, week 7. We 3-3 right now. Gotta fix a couple things, but we definitely a good group this year.
Okay, if you want to like speak a little bit closer to the mic, just so people can hear you.
Yeah, it's better.
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead. So you were saying you feel like y'all are doing pretty good this year, and
Yeah,
what else?
we're a pretty good group this year. We 3-3. We beat a couple good teams. Lost a couple tough ones we should have won, but we getting it.
Cool. So you guys have Inglewood coming up this week.
Yeah, we got
All
Inglewood.
right. Okay. All right. So you guys are 3-3. Is this league play or?
Yeah,
I
don't think it's a district game.
Okay, so it's not a district game. So who's the best team in your district? You feel like
I believe Williston.
Williston? Okay. So you guys don't play a very a lot of the teams that are in your district are not here in Jacksonville for the most part. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds about right. But I mean you guys have had some great games this year. I believe you kind of put up some good stats right this year.
Yeah.
And I feel like as each game is going forward, just kind of as we've talked, right? Because we talk a bit offline. So as we've talked, it just sounds like each week has kind of been a work in progress. And like some weeks have obviously been better than others, but I don't see the, you guys are that far apart on really any of the games you're playing. It sounds like you're pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Would that be accurate? Yeah. So you guys are pretty competitive. And then so let's talk about kind of coming into this year, right? Let's talk about Javier's process of like getting into what's going on with the season and kind of your whole outlook on that.
Going into the season, pretty confident. Starting quarterback. It's a big role you got to play. I had a big role to fill in.
Right.
From last year was pretty good. So, and they've been waiting on me. So now it's my time.
Yep. So kind of so why Paxon? Why, why this team? Why do you feel like this team is special? And why do you feel like this year y'all might be able to do something special?
It's just the teammates, man. The way that they bring me in since freshman year, it's just been a family over there. And Coach Brown, man, that's a good coach.
You just feel like they welcomed you with open arms and kind of had that hand out, just waiting on you to be ready to come play.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So really, it just kind of felt like a natural progression for you, just stepping in this year. They wasn't looking at you like, oh, who's this kid? Like, you know what I mean? Kind of thing. And I could tell from like the first game I came to, where y'all played. And I believe y'all were playing Wolfson. Mm-hmm. But it kind of looked like you guys were all on kind of like one accord, you know what I mean? Obviously, you guys were still getting things worked out on offense, right? But it didn't look like anybody was pointing the finger at another person, which is kind of where you can see like that a team is maybe not all the way, together. So I think you guys definitely had that going for you. So I think that's great. Okay, so fast forward, this is why you chose Paxon. This is kind of the preparation that you put into it in the off season. And we actually trained a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Trained a couple times. Wish we could have done that a little bit earlier, right? In the summer and kind of connected. But I feel like us connecting wasn't a coincidence either, right? It kind of sometimes things just happen like they're supposed to. And I feel like we're definitely gonna get some more work in with with the new schedule and everything like that I have. And so I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really excited. I'm happy. I've been following you all season and seeing how you're doing. And I check in with you every week just to see how's it going and everything. So all right, let's talk about Inglewood. Let's talk about what we're seeing with Inglewood and kind of a little bit of trash talk going on. But what's going on? What's going on with Inglewood this week? How do you feel about that?
They play a lot of man, so I ain't gonna lie. I'm hoping we air raid this week. Hoping we air raid. That's how Ed Whitehead beat them. That's the film we got, so we just watched that. They play a lot of man, a lot of trash talk, but we gonna see.
Yeah, definitely. So you feel like Ed White kind of just aired it out against them. So they're playing a lot of man. Doesn't sound like they necessarily have the personnel. I haven't seen a lot of Inglewood games this year. Doesn't sound like they necessarily have the personnel to play man to man. But in zone, you kind of get picked. You can get picked apart too. It just happens a little bit slower sometimes. I mean, you guys have had a good. Let's talk about your running backs, man. Talk about how good your run game has been all year, and I feel like the great catalyst of a good offense is always a good running game, right? Because then it gets your O line into it. They can be a little bit aggressive. They can step up a little bit. Just kind of talk about the progression of your running backs and kind of the O line and things of that nature.
Running back, we got KJ Palmer, we got Nunez. Our starter is KJ though. KJ been balling. He was number one in Florida, but yeah, he got I'd say 900 yards right now. Yeah, he going crazy. Shout out to the O line too. O line making it work.
Shout out the O line, man. What does the O line mean to the offense, bro? That's the heartbeat of the offense right there. And how do you feel like they've kept you pretty clean this year?
Oh yeah.
With all things being considered, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's amazing. So we feel good about Inglewood games tomorrow. Is that a home game, away game?
The home game.
Home game. Okay. So back at the home field, ready to go. You said 6:30, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you guys feel like you had a strong week of practice?
Oh yeah. We had a little shaky practice Wednesday, but yeah. Besides that, all week been good.
Amazing. All right, Javier. I mean, that's the football side of it, right? But I think more so what maybe people don't know a lot about athletes is we know all the football side, we know all the rivals and the rankings and all that stuff, right? But who are you as a kid? Who are you as a young man? What do you like to do outside of football? What means a lot to you? What's important to you?
I'm a family guy. Making sure I'm spending time with the family, making sure everybody good, making sure we all good.
Yeah. So family is really important to you.
Yes, sir. Keeping God.
Amazing. Keeping God first. I love to hear it. What do you think about when you go to college, right? When you go to college, what do you think what's your area of interest as far as your studies go?
Right now, I'm not sure. Honestly.
Yeah. What do you take to it at school? Like what are you like, okay, I'm doing this, but I'm actually interested in it. What is that? What is that for you?
Probably I like US history. That's something I'm really interested in.
History is always it's interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of times you uncover stuff that you didn't know. Even places like even Florida has a lot of history. I learned something today that basically the whole side of Florida, right? The bridge. So one of the big bridges in Florida, was built by. So you know Flagler, right? You've heard of Flagler here before. So Flagler, that name Flagler is actually from a guy named Henry Flagler, who was Henry Flagler. So
Yes, sir.
he was an architect, and he built one of the, at the time it was the longest. I believe it's in South Florida, but on the east, on the Miami area. I believe it was the no. I'm sorry. It's Key West. It's the one that goes to Key West. So at the time, it was one of the longest land bridges that was ever constructed, and I believe that was back in like the 1917. You know what I mean? Real early, but like it's just interesting the stuff that you hear. And Florida has so much history in itself. St. Augustine being the oldest city, so you got a lot of good history right around you. So I think that's great, though. That's amazing that you kind of taking the history, and that's something that'll never get old because there's plenty of it, right? And
Yes,
you're always making new history every day. So, what are your goals for this season, man? What does a season look? What does a successful season look like for you at this point? We're kind of at the midway point, right?
yeah.
So we're a little bit past midway, but what does that look like for you?
Honestly, a successful season to me, honestly, just to bring my seniors and my teammates to state, because the teams we played. I mean, the teams we're gonna play in the playoffs. We already played them during the season, so we
Right.
know what to expect. We know what we got to do.
So you already got a good roadmap for that.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, man. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I have for you, man. I really appreciate you getting on after practice. I know it's tiring, and it's I really appreciate you getting on. I know it's a long day for you. Get some sleep, man. We're going to be pulling for you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be able to. I'll be telling Roy, but every time I mention your name, Roy will be like, "Javi, where's he at? Where's he at?" So, man, that kid watches you. He's watching everything you're doing. He's so excited when I talk about what you guys are doing. So hopefully we'll be able to get out there tomorrow, 6:30. So we'll see, man. But in any case, we'll be watching. We'll be rooting for you, and we know you're gonna have a successful game tomorrow. I believe you're gonna go off tomorrow. It's gonna be your best game of the season.
Yes,
So
sir.
all right, I appreciate you, Javi, and we'll catch up, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, see ya.